Okay, guys, hi. So today we're going to be reading another nonfiction book. Remember what nonfiction means? Real. What are some ways that we can tell that this is a nonfiction book? Just using your eyes. What are some of the things we can tell? What was one thing I told you? It's got real pictures, right? This is a picture of a real lake somewhere. And this book is called The Colors of the Rainbow. So that right away kind of gives us an idea that it's probably going to be nonfiction. Let's go to the next page and see. Yep, there's another real picture. So that's a big hint that this is a nonfiction book. Here we go. We're going to read it now. And remember, we're working on asking questions. So think about questions you have from the text or even about the words and post them in the comments below. Find one question about this book. Okay, here we go. Have you ever seen a rainbow in the sky? Its colors are so pretty and its shape is so perfect. You can't touch or grab hold of a rainbow. That's because it's made of sunlight. Did you know that? Look at all the colors. Have you ever seen streams of sunlight shining through the forest? They look white. If sunlight is white, how can it sometimes shine with all the colors of the rainbow? Look at the color wheel. You can see wedges of color. Now, a wedge is a small piece of a circle. See the small piece of the circle? If you spin the wheel gently, the colors start to blur. If the wheel spins faster, you will see only white. The blue and the yellow and red are still there, but you can't see them. Those same colors are mixed together to make sunlight. The colors in sunlight are all there all the time, but you can only see them once in a while. You might see them if the sun is behind you and it's raining somewhere in front of you. When the sunlight enters the raindrops in the front of you, the light bounces around and bends inside the water droplets. The light leaves the water drops on separate rays of colored light, which then form a rainbow. That's what we see. So if the sun is behind you and the rain is in front of you, you can see a rainbow. You can also see a rainbow when the sunlight passes through a specially shaped piece of glass called a prism. Say that word again, a prism. This is a 3D shape. A scientist named Sir Isaac Newton was the first person to explain how a prism works. Like a raindrop, a prism bends the light or the sunlight so that you can see the different colors. So you can see his rainbow right here. Now, Sir Isaac Newton lived a very long time ago, and there are no real pictures of him. So this is a drawn picture. The color red is always at the top of the rainbow. After that, the colors are orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. The violet's at the bottom of the rainbow. When you can look at the rainbow in the sky, you might not be able to see all the colors. That's because they blend together. Each color in a rainbow gently blends into the next color. Sometimes you can see two rainbows. The second one is outside the first, and it's not nearly as bright. If the colors are upside down with red at the bottom. So what do you think? I want you to think about something that's happened even in Miss Ford's class. Sometimes I show you something and it shows opposite for y'all, right? Like I'll say read this word and I'll forget that it's backwards to you. I wonder if that has something to do with what we're fixing to look at. The best time for the rainbow is right after a rainstorm, late in the afternoon or early in the morning. The sun should be low in the sky. Stand with your back to the sun, and if you're lucky, a rainbow will be right in front of you. When you look at the rainbow from the ground, it usually looks like a half a circle. But if something blocks the light, you may only see an arc. Now, an arc is just a piece of a circle, right? An arc. So take your hand and make an arc, a piece of a circle. Not all rainbows are caused by rain. Look for them wherever there is a fine mist of water in the air. You might see a rainbow in a waterfall, or a fountain in a park, or even in the spray from a garden hose in your own backyard. Maybe you should go try that tonight. Don't get anybody wet, though. Okay. So that was our nonfiction book. Did you have any other questions? You know, at one point I said, I wonder if a reflection is what causes that other piece of the rainbow. Now, I will do my best to answer your questions, but go ahead and post them at the bottom. Remember, we can post, or we can answer questions in a different, or we can ask, we can ask questions with using certain words like I wonder. We can use who, what, when, where, why, and sometimes is. Is that a rainbow? There's another one, have, sometimes starts a question. Have you ever seen a rainbow? So that's a good question. So I want you to think, after you read this, what is one question you had while you were reading the book? One question that you had. All right, guys. See you later.